to migrate, to make hijrah to Medina. So they went to Medina. In Medina, in order for the Islamic Ummah to be raised, there has to be a very important aspect. And this important aspect is to have brotherhood. Because those who came from Mecca did not have money, did not have property, did not have anything at all. So the first thing to establish in the Ummah is brotherhood, to cleanse the hearts. And you cannot cleanse the hearts except if you have the same aqeedah. And this is what binds you and me together. Not the nationality, not the complexity of the skin, not the language, rather the aqeedah. And this is why Allah Azza wa Jal tells us in the Quran about Prophet Nuh, peace be upon him. And Nuh called to his Lord and said, "My Lord, indeed my son is of my family, and indeed your promise is true, and you are the most just of judges." When did this happen? After the flood subsided and Nuh's son drowned. He tried to have him come on the ark, but the son refused. So now Nuh is trying to beg Allah Azza wa Jal for his son. Allah said to him, "O Nuh, indeed your son is not of your family. Indeed he is one whose work was other than righteous, so ask me not for that about which you have no knowledge. Indeed I advise you lest you be among the ignorant." What does this mean? It means that the brotherhood can only be based on Islam. It can only be based on correct aqeedah according to the Quran and according to the Sunnah. We cannot follow different things and have unity. So the first thing that the Prophet did alayhi salatu wasalam was to create a brotherhood bond. So when the companions went, he made Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, the brother of Kharijah ibn Zuhair from Medina. He made Umar, the brother of Atban ibn Malik from the Ansar. Abu Ubaidah, he made him the brother of Sa'ad ibn Mu'adh. Az-Zubair ibn al-Awwam, he made him the brother of Salama ibn Waqsh. Talha ibn Ubaidillah, he made him the brother of Ka'b ibn Malik, and so on. 90 or more from Mecca, Muhajirin, he gave them to 90 of the Ansar. To do what? To be brothers. If one dies, the other one inherits him. So he made them brothers to one another. This brotherhood was not fake. This was real brotherhood. So one of the companion, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, and he's one of the 10 heaven-bound, Ashar al-Mubashirin, he made him the brother of Sa'ad ibn al-Rabi'. Sa'ad ibn al-Rabi', when he heard the news that Abdurrahman is your brother, he went to him and he said to him, "My people know that I am the richest of the people of Medina." Now, why would you say such a thing? If you gave him some money, he would be happy. No, he says, "No, now you are my brother. I will tell you my bank account. I have millions. And because I am the richest man in Medina, half of my money is yours." Whoa, that's a lot. So if you have two cars, here is one car and here's one car for me. No, he has more than one car. He has a lot of cars. Half of the cars are yours. Not only that, I have two beautiful wives, and they are from a very reputable family. Let you look and see which one you like. You are a better man than me. You are from the 10 heaven bound. So you're closer to Allah. I will divorce her for you because she will be marrying someone better than me. Now, this is what Sa'ad from Medina said to his brother. This is strange. If you look at it realistically, logically, that is very strange. But this is how Allah described them in the Quran. In Surah Al-Hashr, Allah Azza wa Jal says about the people of Medina, and also for those who were settled in the home of Medina and adopted the faith before them. They love those who emigrated to them and find not any want in their chests for what they, the immigrants, were given, but give them preference over their own selves, even though they are in privation. And whoever is protected from the stinginess of his soul, it is those who will be successful. This is how Allah described the people of Medina, of being successful, of being saved from any wants of this dunya. They will share it with their brothers. So Sa'ad did the unbelievable. Half of my wealth is yours. My two wives, I'll divorce one of them for you. Now, this is very strange and mind-blowing. But Sa'ad did not want to squander and waste his money. He wanted an investment. He wanted to invest his money for akhirah. So the money you have, what will it do for you? How many cars do you have? 5? How many cars can you ride at the same time? 1. How many clothes do you have in your cupboards? MashaAllah, so many clothes, dresses. How many can you wear? 1. Open your refrigerator. How many chicken? How many beef? How many mutton? How many food and vegetables? How many can you eat? Only one small portion. So Sa'ad was investing his wealth with Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is mind-blowing. What is more mind-blowing is the response of Abdul Rahman. If someone comes to you and says, half of money is yours, take one of my wives, what will you say? Okay, Jazakallah khair. And I like 2 of your wives. Why don't you divorce them both? I'll marry them. No, Abdul Rahman is one of the 10 heaven bound. He's one of the best 10 people ever to walk after the Prophet ﷺ. 10 best. So what does he say? May Allah bless your wealth and bless your wives. You don't want anything? No, nothing. Shukran. But you're poor. You don't have a penny. You don't have money. Yes, yes. Show me the souk. Where is the marketplace? What are you going to do? You don't have money? He said, I'll manage. I'm a businessman. What did he do? He went to the marketplace and he saw something. He said, oh, okay, how much is this? He said, $1. He said, okay, I'll buy it from you. I'll bring you the dollar at the end of the day. He took it and went around, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, $1.5, $1.5, very cold, very nice, very barakah. Sheikh ASSIM held it in his hand, very good. So some says, I'll buy it. Here's 1.5. Terima kasih. Took the $1.50, put the $half here, took $1 to the man, said, Bismillah, this is your dollar. Win-win. Now he has capital, $half. And he kept on doing this business, halal, nothing haram. Until the Prophet saw him once, and he was dressed nicely, putting perfume. The Prophet said, you look different. What's wrong with you? A new suit, and you have a good look. He said, "O Prophet of Allah, I got married." Wow. From $1. And he said, okay, very good, mashallah. How much did you give dowry? He said, this much of gold. So the Prophet said, oh no, this much gold? It's a lot of money. Okay, then slaughter a sheep and invite us for walima, to feast on it. Later on, Abdurrahman ibn Auf became the most richest of all companions. He became a multi-billionaire. One day, Medina shook. And the people said, what is this? They said, this is a caravan coming from Syria and from Yemen with goods for Abdurrahman ibn Auf. 700 camels filled with gold and silk and grocery, everything. Caravan. So the merchants came and they said, we want to buy it. They said, how much you're giving me profit? They said, we will double. $1, we will give you $2. He said, no, I have more. They said, triple, 4, 5. They said, no one can pay more than us. He said, Allah can pay more than this. This is all for Allah Azza wa Jal. 700, he gave it all for Allah. Fi sabilillah. If someone comes and says, Sheikh, give me some money. I don't have change, sorry. I look for change. I will not give something big. These people had a clean heart. And their heart was clean towards their brothers. And this is Allah put barakah in their life, put barakah in their wealth, put barakah in their knowledge. Whenever you hear the name Abdurrahman ibn Auf, you say, may Allah be pleased with him. A man of dignity, of honor. Now, if we want to reach this level of excellence, is there place in our hearts for such brotherhood? Do we have the love, the mercy, the kindness towards one another? You can see this in salat. When you stand for salat, stawu, i'tadilu, and there's a small gap and someone comes. How do you do? Why? No, it's too small. It can fit him. Yes, but I will not be comfortable throughout the salat. I want to be comfortable. Where is the love and compassion and kindness in salat? When you differ with me in an opinion, you say right, I say left. Why do we have to be so aggressive, so violent? Why do I have to insult you in order to prove that I am right? This is not how the Prophet ﷺ raised his companions. He raised them on being fair, on being just, on being kind, on being compassionate and loving towards one another. He raised them to check on one another. Do we check on our brothers if we don't see them, if we don't hear from them? Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him. And this shows you why they were great. One day after Salat al-Fajr, what time is Salat al-Fajr? People say, let me take the app. When was the last time you prayed Fajr? Oh, Ramadan, Sheikh. Why? oh, Fajr is too early and I have to go to work and I have to do this. Subhanallah. And you want Jannah? You want Jannah without praying Fajr? This is not possible. Abu Bakr, after Fajr prayer, was sitting with the companions, the Prophet ﷺ. He said, who among you is fasting today? Abu Bakr raised his hand. He said, okay. Who among you has fed a poor person? Abu Bakr raised his hand. This is Fajr. And he did this a while ago. Who among you visited a sick person? Abu Bakr raised his hand. Then the Prophet said, who among you followed a funeral until it was buried? And Abu Bakr raised his hand. 4 great, huge deeds done before Fajr. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, whoever does these 4 things in one day, he will enter Jannah. Immediately. So this shows you how the companions dealt with one another. They used to check, are you sick? I will visit you. Are you dead? I will follow you to your grave. If you need food, I will feed you. But I will not forget my relationship with Allah. Today I'm fasting. Today I'm praying night prayer. Today I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This is how the companions lived. 360 degrees, fulfilling everything in themselves and also to those who are with them among their companions and loved ones. So if we benefit today from our talk, number 1, how to check on our brothers and sisters. Number 2, how to purify our hearts and accept them for who they are, without judging, without being aggressive or offensive or abusive. If we learn from this how to be a Muslim with honor and dignity, not every time someone gives you something, please, 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 give me, give me, give me. No, have dignity, have honor. Say, Jazakallah khair, I have money. I remember once, a few years back, we had zakat money. And it was on the 27th of Ramadan. So we have zakat money, sadaqat al-fitr. They told me that about 2.5 hours away from Jeddah, there is slum area. Very, very, very poor. They live in tin houses. No running water, no electricity. I could not believe this. No, this is not possible. No, we don't have people like this. So we took a caravan, maybe 7, 8 cars, filled with goods, with food, with clothes, and we drove for about 2-3 hours, just before Maghrib. And we knocked on the doors. One house, I went in myself, and I saw firewood, not on butane gas or like firewood, like in the jungles. This is in Saudi Arabia. And there was this old woman, 60, 70 years old, cooking, I don't know what. It looked like milk, but water with something in it. She was doing this. So we brought her some dates. We brought her some food. She said, no, 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 thank you. I have food. You have food? He said, yes, our neighbor don't have anything. Please go to them. Look at the honor and dignity. If I were in her place, I said, okay, do you have some steaks? Maybe. Yeah, yeah. No. She said, I have food. Wallahi, we went to the neighbor and we gave her this, a box of dates. 27th of Ramadan. 27 days has passed. We gave to the old woman this dates. She said, MashaAllah, dates. Wallahi, I have not tasted dates yet. Since Ramadan till date, they did not receive dates. And I was telling to myself, subhanAllah, do we have people like this? Yes. But they are so dignified. They don't ask. They don't beg. So many people around you are like this. You think that they're well off. You don't know how much debts they have. You don't know if they had dinner, if they had lunch, if they had breakfast. I didn't have breakfast because I don't want to eat breakfast. Not that, alhamdulillah. Anyhow, so you have to check on your brothers, on your sisters. Purify your heart and give a helping hand, and inshallah you will be with the companions on the day of judgment. هذا والله أعلم ونسبة العلم إليه أسلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد.